how about the fact that last week you're out there saying, hey, Khabib's gone. He's retired. AKA is going to pick itself back up. We've got a new crop of guys led by Islam Makhachev. And there we go. It starts on November 14th. Main event, Islam. How about that? Against RDA.
Starting to do the mental work, too. Start to do the mental work on Islam, right? Because the text and messaging, hey, champ, how you doing? You're the best in the world. I'm good, brother. Good, brother. I said, talk a little bit. I will not call you Islam anymore. I'm only calling you champion because in your mind, in your subconscious, you have to believe that you are the man now. You're the guy that leads this new charge of fighters at AKA. And guess what? It's a natural progression. If he can get past Rafael Dos Anjos, they start to become very close to title contention. Big fight. I knew this last week. I just couldn't say it.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Big fight. Massive moment for Islam. And if he can get past RDA, he's on the short list now to start to get into contention, real contention. Because if Khabib's gone, right, Islam's what now, 12 or 13. He beats RDA, he starts to creep into the top 10. Another fight against one of those guys that, there are a lot of guys that don't want to fight Islam Makhachev. You get into the top 10, now they can't deny you. It's the fights that need to happen. I feel like Islam's about 2 fights from fighting for the belt.
I want to see him fast-tracked. Enough of this monkey business. Let's see how good he is. This is a start. Main event, 5-round fight against a former champion RDA. By the way, shout out to RDA, who fights everyone. Like this guy, anybody. He fights all the killers who are about to become champion, like at 170 and 155. The poor guy can't get an easy fight. But this is a big deal for Islam. I would love to see this fight happen. Obviously, we're hoping that it happens in less than 2 weeks. And then the Kevin Lee fight. Kevin Lee is coming back mid next year. That's the fight that we've been talking about for so long. Like, I feel like that's the natural progression, right? We go from RDA, Kevin Lee, and then
Kevin Lee rank right now.
Who knows? Silly rankings.
So you think that if he goes and fights RDA, gets past RDA, I'm saying if, right? Because these fights are so difficult. Then he fights Kevin Lee, and if he goes past Kevin Lee, that's enough to warrant a championship fight at that point?
Well, things might get a little funky if Khabib comes back, right? Because that's been the issue. Maybe
Khabib
comes back. Do you
believe that even if Khabib comes back, does he stay back or does he get to 30 and he's done? Right? You don't know. It's like everything's so up in the air. Like if he retires and comes back, he might as well just stay here. Keep fighting.
Kevin Lee, by the way, thank you, Corporate Jake and Voice of God, number 10. Okay. So it makes sense, right? Sort of in the same.
Is RDA still ranked right now or no?
We'll get that information.
I know he was like 4 or 5 at 170 just very recently.
He's 12 at welterweight.
Okay.
But he's a named former champion. It's a big deal. I just want Kevin Lee. You said no one wants to fight Islam, and you're right. Kevin Lee's been asking to fight Islam and Khabib. I mean, for 4 or 5 years at this point. It's unbelievable. And maybe he won't be ready. All I'm saying is this is exciting. It's good to have him in a main event slot. It's good to have him against a name guy, by far the biggest fight of his career. So I thought you'd be excited about that since you were literally a week ago saying he was the next guy for AK. So no time to cry about the potential retirement of Khabib because you got Islam coming up. And other breaking news that we had on Saturday. Saturday was a very big news night because it was Halloween as well. I hope your family had a nice Halloween. But how about the fact that they announced that The Ultimate Fighter is coming back for the 29th season on ESPN Plus beginning in March. The tryouts are November 13th. It's going to be middleweights and bantamweights. And DC, I don't know if you know this, but my sources are telling me this because they didn't announce the coaches, right?
No, they didn't.
Did you hear who they're considering?
No. Who?
You didn't hear?
No idea.
Oh, because you've been busy. I know it was all over the internet. You didn't hear there. So they're doing middleweights and bantamweights. So it makes a lot of sense. Coaches, March of 2021. Word on the street is DC and Helwani. What do you think?
Man, get out of here, man. There's no way. No. That is as crazy an idea as I ever thought.
Could you imagine?
I thought you were going to tell me some real news.
Could you imagine me and you coaching? Tell me that wouldn't break records. Tell me that wouldn't be the best season.
Bro, I've coached the Ultimate Fighter. Hey, why wouldn't it come back though, right? The UFC is helping ESPN Plus in a way. I'm telling you, of the top 10 things viewed on ESPN Plus now, 7 or 8 of them is UFC related or MMA related. So it's good stuff.
But what about me and you coaching? You don't like the idea?
I don't know if you know what you're doing, man. I think you're going to bring me down. I did pretty good on the Ultimate Fighter. Hey, look, my team won fights, but I was overtraining my athletes, so everybody kept getting hurt. We kept getting hurt, beating up on Stipe's team. I was overtraining them. But I'm excited about it being back. I'm pumped about The Ultimate Fighter. I actually still watch The Ultimate Fighter. I've watched it the whole time.
I have no ego, so I'm the kind of coach. Like, I'm Steve Nash. I'll bring in the Mike D'Antonis of the world. I'll bring in the other guys.
That's crazy, right? Like, he hired Mike D'Antoni to be his assistant.
Yeah, I'll bring my Amari Stoudemire. I'll bring in guys, but I'll take the credit.
That then they tried to take then Daryl Morey, who is just I can't stand Daryl Morey. Now they're trying
Benedict Arnold.
They're trying to like make this narrative that they should get James Harden. Bro, you don't do what these guys are trying to do right now. And Stephen A. talking about, the first thing I'm doing is getting him over. Dude, chill. Yeah. Everybody needs to chill. Who would trade James? Look, Ben Simmons is an absolute stud, but you don't trade James Harden for Ben Simmons.
That's crazy talk. I mean, if you're the Rockets, if you're the Sixers, you do it all day.
No, get out of here with that crap.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.